It may be that you're very much like the Pharisee. You reject any suggestion from this preacher or any other gospel preacher that you need the help of Christ, the great physician, in the gospel. You've tried to convince yourself that you are whole, that you're healthy. In spiritual terms, I go to church, I respect the gospel, I believe in the existence of God, I try my best, I'm a good neighbor, I try to keep my word, and so I have no need for Jesus Christ. And yet, despite your best efforts in convincing yourself that you do not need the help and the ministry of Christ, the great physician, unforgiven sin reminds you that you do. Unforgiven sin reminds you that you need the ministry of Christ, the great physician. Maybe it's your pride tonight, just like these men. Their pride stopped them from seeking the Savior's help. And maybe that's your problem, your pride. Your pride stops you from seeking His help and ultimately His salvation tonight. You know what us men are like when we get sick? Not be going to the doctor, not be going to him, not be calling up him with regard to getting some kind of appointment with the doctor. It's our pride that does it. We feel ourselves that we'll get better, but we actually get worse, and then we have to swallow our pride and we have to go to the doctor and we have to partake of the remedy and the medicine that is given to us. I trust that you're not one such person who would stop short of Christ. You see, only those who become convinced of their need of Christ will ever seek Him in the gospel. Do you sense your need of Christ tonight? This sin-sick soul, this burdened soul, this guilt-ridden soul, this soul that is estranged from God, alienated from the life of God. Or are you an individual that senses that there needs to be a balm, there needs to be a medicine, there needs to be a remedy, a cure applied to that sin-sick soul of yours? If ever you're to be right with God, if ever you're to be in God's heaven, do you sense your sickly state tonight? The need of the great physician is found in our natural state, our sin-sick state.